Best show in the land. High sports. Doing the best they can. From hockey to soccer to football. These boys will cover it all. High sports. Give me another hit, man. From the shadows of downtown Music City, home of the world's best franchise, it's High on Sports. Recorded live at the Hallett Studios of Mediocre Records and Broadcasting. Now, here's your hosts, Willie, Ross, and Swab.
And thank you very much, Mr. Announcer Man. Welcome to another edition of Hound Sports, brought to you in part by Mediocre Records Broadcasting, along with Willie and Ross.
Hello.
This is our, what edition is this, Willis?
40th.
Holy cow. 40th edition of Hound Sports.
Season 3, episode 40.
Wow.
Wow. Are we going to be on Netflix? They can
Yeah, we
binge
might
watch
be.
us. That would be sweet.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be
No,
nice.
they won't put us on Netflix because this is an American show. They have like foreign stuff on there now.
That's always good. You ever notice how the foreign stuff is usually pretty good?
Yeah.
It's really good.
It sucks if you're trying to eat. As I said last week, I'm watching a show called Occupied. And it's BR, be very careful around the camera, please, sir. BR is our little
said,
English
No,
bulldog.
he did say no.
Yeah, he said no. He's probably going to knock the camera over at any time. Anyway, along with Willie and Ross,
Oh, there you go.
it's a cloudy, gloomy day here in Nashville as Russ plays with BR here. Of course, a lot going on. The Super Bowl is coming up this week, and of course, the passing of Kobe Bryant, which we will touch on here first. But first off, Willis, what's going on?
Not much. Went to the hockey game. The Predators Leafs played last night, and my Leafs got it done, baby.
It's a down year. It's a down year. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will.
I got some strong opinions on that game last night.
But no, it's only been a week since our last episode, which is rare.
That is
Yeah, no,
crazy.
it's
right?
crazy.
But
The fans are not going to know what to do with
everything's
themselves.
Twice in a week. But no, everything's good.
Sorry, Russ.
Yeah, everything's going good. I mean, outside the game last night, the weekend was solid. Watched the Vols take on Kansas. Thought they played pretty good.
Who won that?
And
Kansas by
Oh.
three or five.
There wasn't a big fight afterwards, was there?
No, not this time. We tried, but they didn't budge. So, but it was a pretty good game. Vols played really good. So we can get it down a little later too.
All right, so you had a good time at the hockey game last night with your friends. I had a great time at the hockey hockey game.
You know what's crazy? Is from my seats, I could look across the arena to my right and see these two idiots in Leafs jerseys every time the Leafs scored, cheering and pointing at somebody.
Well, there was a lot of them there.
yeah, we
There
weren't
were
the
a lot
only
of
ones.
Leafs fans last night.
I ordered my Leafs gear, Leafs hat, Leafs sweater.
I went with the
Swamp
Leafs.
had the Leafs sweater on.
I'll just say this about the Leafs. I'm not always a Leafs fan, but when I am a Leafs fan, they win.
You should be a Leafs fan all the time.
If not. This portion of the program brought to you in part by cheese. If anybody wants any cheese, we got some
Pepper jack cheese?
I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Had a pretty tough workout here. The girl killed me on the treadmill. So
What girl?
there's different. It's on a
Nordic track.
Nordic track. There's
Okay.
there's different. You have different teachers, and this one girl with Hannah Eden, she has purple hair and tattoos. I think she has tattoos. Anyway, she tries to kill you.
Is this virtual?
Yeah, it's we ran in today. I was running in Portugal.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Did intervals.
And Hannah's also virtual?
Yes.
Okay.
I get it. I mean, it's just.
And she's a real person.
Yeah,
It's
she's a
on
real
video,
person. It's
Oh,
not.
okay.
It's not.
not like a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That's what virtual means.
But anyways, survived that. Had a great time at the ball game last night. It was fun.
It was a good time.
Did you get popcorn?
I did
I know you did. I saw you
in
get it.
between second and third period.
Willie got popcorn. So, anyways, of course, the Super Bowl is coming up. I'm not totally all fired up about the Super Bowl, to be quite honest with you, but I will say that I was driving the producer home on Sunday, and the producer said out loud, he's reading off his phone, he's like, Kobe Bryant just got killed in a helicopter crash. And I thought this was just one of the producer's stories that he likes to come up with.
Right.
Normally they're not that gruesome. And
to throw that out and just
out of the blue, Kobe Bryant got killed in a helicopter. And then right after that, one of you guys texted. I don't know.
It was Williams.
Willie, yeah.
And then you said it wasn't verified yet.
Well, I was going based on TMZ reported initially, which they've been severely scolded for, which is pretty bad what they did, because at the time it was not confirmed that
None of the families have been
none of the families. Let me say this. Let me retract. It was confirmed it was Kobe Bryant, but none of the families have been contacted. And to put that out there, they should know better than that. But yeah, we were texting back and forth, and then I got out of my car. I wasn't texting while I was driving, people. But I got out of the car and I saw ESPN confirmed it. Adrian Wojciechowski or whatever his name.
Wojciechowski
Confirmed it, and then when we got into where I was going, all the TVs broke to special report, and they were reporting it. It was wild there for a little bit, just the fact that you didn't know who was with him. At one point, you heard his whole family was with him. Then you heard, Rick Fox was with him.
Where did that come from?
I don't know where that came
Fox
from.
Blue.
But the news channels were reporting this, and then it came out that it was only his daughter. I think his second daughter. No, it was the second. Not the oldest one. That was the only one that was with him. So really sad. It's horrible. Actually, it's terrible.
So it was the oldest daughter or the second?
It was the second daughter.
Her name was
Gianna.
They
call her Gia.
Yeah.
Gigi.
They all have Italian names.
Well, Gigi. The first thing I thought of was Gigi Buffon from Juventus, which Kobe's a big. No, he's a Barcelona fan.
Yeah,
Barcelona. But Gigi was the legendary goalie, Juventus. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk. There's of course when something like this happens now at Twitter, there's all kinds of things. But I thought we'd talk a little bit about. We don't have a personal story, obviously, with Kobe Bryant, but there's good things that you can ask, and one of them is question one: was Kobe Bryant the best LA Laker?
I say no.
Yes, he was.
All right, you say yes because why?
I think he did more with lesser teams. Of course, he had Shaq for a couple championships, but
Phil Jackson teams were loaded.
Yeah, they were pretty good. But I mean, you're talking about Magic had Kareem and Michael Cooper, Sam Perkins. Not Sam Perkins. James Worthy,
Jamal
Wilkes. I think he is in the end. I think it's between him. Yeah, Kurt Rambis. I think it's between him and Magic. You probably go 1A, 1B with the two.
I say no because I think it's Magic, because the NBA was crap before Magic and Bird came along. And
true.
Magic
1979.
Yeah.
When they came in, right?
Yeah. And Magic, he was just, they were in the championship that first year. He won a championship his rookie year. He turned that organization around. And then him and Bird
went back and forth.
Yeah, turned the whole league around.
True.
There was, in the decade of the 80s, from 1980 to 1989, either the Celtics or the Lakers were in the finals.
Right.
And a lot of 4 times they were both in it.
Right.
Yes, Kobe won more championships than Magic, but I think Magic just did more for the Lakers organization. Kobe had better stats overall. He's got the most points and all that stuff. But just if somebody said what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say LA Lakers, I'd say Magic.
Yeah, I would say Magic
in our era, but I think you got just a few years after us, it's going to be Kobe.
Well, I think that
everybody now it's Kobe. All the young kids now it's Kobe.
Yeah,
LeBron will probably take that over a little bit, but excuse me.
I was thinking the same thing about the generation change, because when Magic played, it was more about the team That was sort of our whole upbringing. Is it's all about team, 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 and the generation change. Kobe comes along. It's all about me, 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 and I sort of didn't like him as a player when he was playing because it seemed like it was just all about him and not about anybody else. And that he was going to win the game whether you liked it or not. Wasn't going to include the teammates, but that's just a generational thing.
He was a chucker, that's for sure. He did.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid to say that.
But he made a lot of them. But
Right.
I mean, that basketball change. You said it was it's turned into a me sport on everything.
It is. It's a me sport.
It's tough to watch a game right now
It
just
is.
because it's dribble down, one-on-one between the legs, see if you can make a move, get a shot, or pass it, see if they can make a move, get a shot.
I mean,
It's a little different in Memphis. There's a little bit of team play in Memphis when I went down there. I was surprised. Some other things about Kobe. There's always the him versus MJ. I'm a Jordan guy. I'm sure you're
Yeah,
a Jordan guy. But the generation after us they're all Kobe guys. So
Well, what they need to understand is Kobe patterned his game after one person and one person only.
did you see that tweet?
And that was Michael
video of them. I don't know who did it. Whoever did it is incredible at video editing because they overlaid Kobe over Jordan and both together. Their shots are almost mirror images. It was a
Kobe
great video. It's
wanted
about
to
3 or
be
4 minutes long. You can see it.
Kobe wanted to be Michael Jordan.
Everybody did.
Well, but he could be.
I did.
But I mean,
I still do.
But I think not only in his game, but in every aspect of everything he did.
Oh yeah.
And I think somebody was saying they interviewed Andrea Kramer on the radio the other day. I think it was 104.5, and they asked her a question about the two of them, and she said, "Those two are the most ruthless competitors that have ever played in any sport combined." And
I would throw Tiger Woods in there too, but yes, I agree.
yeah, but Kobe patterned his game after Jordan.
Yeah.
And as much as everybody wants to say this person, that person, Jordan set the bar, and I don't think there's ever going to be anybody like him all the way around in their game.
Because the
Kobe's
game's
close.
changed. The game has changed.
I mean, defense is not as big of an emphasis now, but Kobe played defense. LeBron doesn't play a ton of defense. But I don't think you're going to see players like that anymore, like Jordan or Kobe.
Well, I hope that LeBron, and I couldn't really tell by what his statement said today, I was really hoping LeBron didn't make this sort of about him as well, because he has a tendency of wanting all the spotlight, and I couldn't really tell if he did that today or not. He's like, I'll carry it on. I brought us to where we are. I think he said that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna have to look that up to verify that. We'll have our staff get on that. And the last thing I want to talk about with Kobe Bryant is the people that brought this up about his rape allegations. You're making a lot of noise with that. Sorry, try to keep that away. Somebody from the Washington Post brought it up. Somebody from NBC brought it up, and you know what? That's you say too soon. And it's no disrespect to domestic or rape victims or whatever, but the reason I say it's too soon is because 2 siblings or 3 siblings lost a sister, and you don't bring that up. You don't bring that up. You don't bring you just don't bring that up, do you? I mean, what is the purpose of bringing that up?
Not now. I mean,
it's so self-indulgent on the person.
You're right.
It really is.
I mean, you can't tell the story of Kobe Bryant without that part of it, but I have a fact.
We have a fax coming in. Somebody,
There's
it's
more.
our staff is faxing us.
Hello.
There's more in the fridge.
Houston, hello. But you're right. I don't see any problem with them talking about the rape allegation at all, or I don't know. I guess you still call it an allegation, but
He was never convicted.
no.
Nor
but
did he ever admit that he did it.
Right. No, he didn't.
But when you pay off your victim, I mean that's your aim.
Yeah.
I mean that's because
Well,
but I mean I'm like you, Swamp. You can't bring that up right now.
That's self-indulgent on the reporter.
Yeah.
That's just
Right.
somebody trying to
I
make
mean, you don't.
Just
That's
trying to
not
get
your
clicks.
first tweet after you find out something like that.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
You know, that's kind of.
Unless you're an
A
asshole.
lot of fans did it on Twitter, though.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I say some
God.
people covered it. They did a little bit better in that they didn't come out and exactly say it, but if you knew what happened back then, and you turned me down,
I know.
and you know, some of them came out and said, you know, you can't talk about this story without the complicated part of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Which I got that. I knew what they were saying. Can you bring it up? You know, when you talk about him in the future,
Yeah, it
and
doesn't
when
have
the
anything to
stories
do
on
with
him,
his
yes,
death. It doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with the
No.
death.
No, but you know, 10 minutes after you find out he's dead, you don't need to be bringing up all
Oh, yeah,
that
by
stuff.
the way, he allegedly raped a girl. Yeah. I mean, we all know he wasn't a perfect person. Nobody.
But
did.
still,
I mean,
what is the purpose of doing that? What are you trying to
to
accomplish?
get clicks? To get, I mean, that's really what the person on you know, when they tweet that out, they wanted
Right.
people to click on that link and read about it.
No.
So, I mean, it's stupid to do it this early. I agree with that
Right.
100%.
I wouldn't
Now,
have a-
I also agree that it has to be.
You
part
have to
of it.
talk about it. It's part of his, you know, it's part of who he is.
Yeah.
And it's part of, you know, what happened in his past, and it has to be addressed, and it will be addressed. But that was not the right time to do it. You know, 20 minutes after the world finds out what happened.
I think people were starting to get a little perturbed. The people that weren't his fans were starting to get a little perturbed that he was like some saint, some godly person and everything.
Yeah, there's a
He
lot of
might
people that
be.
didn't like him.
But there's just as many people that didn't like him as there are that
Oh,
do
yeah.
like him. I mean, he was a polarizing figure. I mean, he great at basketball, and a lot of people hate him just because of his basketball skills. But they, you know, when that happened, he lost half of his fans when all that was going on.
Right.
Well, he sort of has the A-Rod syndrome now. That I hated A-Rod when he played, but I love him now that he's in
Yeah.
the media.
And
And the work that Kobe did in the media was just fantastic. And
Yeah.
he seemed like a cool dude.
Have you
So-
seen that short? He won the Oscar.
I saw bits and pieces.
I
of
haven't
it.
seen that. I
It's pretty
didn't go
good.
see that.
It's really good. It's not long. It's only about 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, you make a mistake in life, and you should have the opportunity to move past
Hey,
that.
I made mistakes.
We
I'll
all
tell
have.
him.
I mean,
I,
And it looks like
I'm the only one in here that's been in jail.
It looks
I'm
like
making
it-
one right now.
Yeah, I know. and look, but yeah, you are. That's true. Y'all both made a bad one last night too. But you know, it looks like based on when that happened and where he was in his life, that you know he had been punished for that or had to deal with that. You know, there's probably a lot of stuff he had to deal with and negative press just in general.
He lost all his
All the endorsements, I mean,
except
he paid
Nike.
them. Yeah. We don't know whether he did it or not. Paying somebody off doesn't necessarily mean
It doesn't.
that it happened, but it does mean that
It looks
probably something happened that
Yeah.
both sides agree that,
Yeah.
okay, this probably came close to what's being said. And I'm not making excuses for him. That's not what I'm
Right.
saying here. I'm just saying it looked like as he progressed in life, he matured, he grew, and he has 4 daughters now, and you know, it looked like he was taking care of them and doing what he needed to do
Yeah,
to
he
be
was still
in
with
their
his
life.
wife.
Yeah, still with his wife. I never really heard, and I don't want to bring this up, but of him stepping out on his wife. You never, you know,
Yeah.
as much as there is with phones, video.
Discussion as I hear a GoPro beep.
Yeah, they turn off. Turn it back on.
Is it turned back on? All right, let's see.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. All right, Super Bowl. Super Bowls.
Who you got, Willie? I know you got.
I know who you're for.
Yeah, I guess I'm for the Niners. I don't really have a team I'm pulling for, but I'm pulling for a good game. Really, is all I'm pulling for. But I can't pull for the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are a 1.5 point favorite. So
Yeah, which is really not much.
no, let's
It's basically being even.
just giving somebody a betting line.
Yeah. I like the trenches matchup. It's going to be really interesting.
That's the
on
biggest
both sides
matchup.
of the ball.
If Kansas City can hold that defensive line off, and they have to bring other extra players, the Chiefs will win.
Yeah, that's what killed us. I mean, we couldn't get pressure with 4
Yeah.
because if we did, he just 4. And if you can't do that, I'm interested to see what Bosa does.
Yeah,
See,
He's going to play hard.
He will play hard.
Tell you that.
They all play hard.
you're right. If they can get to him with 4,
Yeah, this
They're
will be a
in
long
trouble.
game. Yeah, oh yeah. I like to see the running game. I like to see San Francisco run against that defense to see, just to kind of see, okay, were we that bad that night or are they that good?
yeah, I think it. I mean, I think the Titans had an off game as
We did.
far as, but I think the Chiefs are that good too. I, mean,
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of both. But
It'd be hard for Mahomes to have an off game. It's just so much talent.
yeah, I mean, he can do it all. I mean,
But he did have off game when he played here, did he?
Yeah, but he's
that was
coming
his-
off that injury.
Yeah, that was his first game back. So.
Here's in Nashville, Tennessee, for our viewers that have never watched before.
Yeah, here is Nashville.
Or listen.
Or listen.
Listen. I've got Kansas City. I've got Kansas City by 8 points.
Wow.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, I've got Kansas City by 8 points. I have the weather is cloudy, partly sunny.
How can it be both?
Because it starts out, it's Miami. Come on.
Uh,
It starts out one way and can go another. I don't have high expectations about the commercials because things in today's world are just not that funny.
Yeah.
Like Limu Emu. Tell me something
Oh,
about
God.
Limu Emu
What
that's
is that?
funny.
Liberty Mutual.
Liberty
Insurance.
Mutual, terrible commercials.
Yeah, they're
Or
so
could you freeze Zotar? I mean, what? That's not funny. The Allstate commercial, is it the Allstate
Mayhem?
Mayhem? Those aren't even as funny.
They
They
yeah,
can
those
be
are getting
fun.
a little old.
Yeah.
They brought Tina Fey in, who I love Tina Fey, but those are just they're not
Yeah.
funny.
Would you like to play that part or you got the liquor face?
Anyways, so I don't have high expectations about
The
the.
Geico commercials are pretty good. Though.
Yeah,
The-
Geico's pretty good.
They're bringing back the old ones and then kind of going, you know.
Yeah, a couple of the old ones are really good. The raccoons eating the trash is
Yes.
pretty funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
It tastes like mango chutney and burnt hair.
What about Farmers Insurance? Those are pretty good.
Farmers Insurance, which ones are those?
That's the one where they say this has happened before.
Oh yeah, those.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I like that dude anyway. He's just a cool dude.
He is.
I wish I knew these people.
I
So-
like the woodchuck commercial from Geico too.
Yeah, that is
Hey,
good.
Yeah.
you woodchuck!
What you
woodchuck
doing,
in my wood?
Yeah, that one's pretty good. So the halftime show is something else. That's just going to be a skin fest. Pardon my French.
That's-
That is going to be a skin
And
fest.
Is there something wrong with that?
No. I'm sorry.
You don't want to
That's-
see Shakira?
No. You know who she's married to?
That's gonna be.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, no. He's a soccer player, isn't
Yes, but what team does he play
he? LA Galaxy.
on? Wrong.
I have no clue. I don't know who Shakira is.
It's GRPK is his last name, and he plays for Barcelona.
Oh,
Yes. That's
that's
the
the stuff you
news.
bring
That's
to
the
the
that's the
news.
thing. That's the things
You
that I
do
bring
bring that to the table very well.
Yeah.
That is the news you can use.
So it's Shakira and who?
J Lo.
J Lo.
Oh, well, A-Rod will be there with your
Yeah.
new boyfriend.
A-Rod. Yep. Love A-Rod.
That's on.
Why do you like A-Rod so much now?
Because I think he's great as in the media. I think he's
Good
he's
media.
You think he does a good baseball analyst?
I do.
you really?
I think he and that girl do great.
Ooh, see, I don't like her either.
I do.
I don't. No.
There's
something about her
no
I just
there no
aren't.
Joe Morgan and what's his name?
Joe Garagiola?
I didn't like Morgan too much either. He talked about himself too much.
Yeah, well,
But the other guy he did it with, I can't remember his name either. But
he's on the radio for the Giants.
Yeah.
John, he's great.
Lithgow?
Anderson.
No, not John Anderson.
That's a country singer.
Anyway, speaking of country music, I think that might be our bumper music coming up. We're going to come back. We're going to take a break. We're going to make sure everything's
I
recorded.
didn't get to do my Super Bowl thing.
We get some more. We
We're
got some
going
more
to
Super Bowl
go right back into the Super Bowl if you just hold your britches.
Holding my britches.
Along with Really Russ, speaking of holding britches, how about a little Louisiana rest stop
There you
thing?
Hello, YouTube watchers. We're in between segments right now, doing a little production, a little post production, or in-house production of the show. We're about to start the second segment. Going to go back over some more Super Bowl stuff. Got some stats on the Super Bowl and things like that. So we'll pick you back up in the second segment. Still recording right old school Louisiana rest stop. Is that now? Which one's Ricky?
Let me shorten this
Ricky
up.
Lee Boudreaux.
Let me shorten this up.
Ricky Lee Boudreaux.
And
What was the other one's name? Let me shorten this up a little bit here.
Josh Thibodeau. And Ricky Lee Boudreaux.
That sounds like a real radio show.
We're getting good. We might be picked up one day.
That's awesome. Guys, on the YouTube watchers, you're not getting to listen to Louisiana Rest Stop, but go to our podcast and check it out. They're pretty good.
That's crazy. Oh, hold on, I gotta split this up. Let's see. All right, Louisiana
All right.
Rest Stop.
That's old school
Old
right there.
School, brought to you part by Mediocre Records. Of course, this is the Kansas City's third appearance in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs have won outright as 11-point underdogs in Super Bowl 1V. I don't know.
Four.
And failed to cover as 14-point underdogs in Super Bowl 1. Welcome back to the program. That's our breaking fact. We'd like to welcome some of our new listeners, hopefully from Notre Dame, that are supposed to be hopefully listening to High on Sports.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
They go Irish.
Love some South Bend, Indiana.
That's right.
I've been there.
Make sure you get over to the Grotto. It's quality.
The Grotto is great, especially at night.
At night, the Grotto was
Good
spectacular.
Grotto at night. Be a
Yeah.
great place for a date. But
I've got some Super Bowl stats here.
Okay.
Not too bad. This is the 11th time that Miami has hosted a Super Bowl. Did you know that?
nobody
No.
cares.
Well, I'm going to go through them anyway. We've got Super Bowl 2, Packers over Raiders. Super Bowl 3, Jets over Colts. Super Bowl 5, Colts over Cowboys.
Bless you. Are you going to go through all the
Thank you.
Super Bowls and tell
Just-
us who won and lost?
Just these ones from in Miami.
There's like 58.
No, there's not. There's
Oh, this is just the
11.
ones from Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Bowl 10, Steelers over Cowboys.
What difference does it make? They're not playing in the Orange Bowl. What,
Yeah,
what does this
true.
have to do with anything?
13, Steelers over Cowboys. 23, 49ers over Bengals. 29, 49ers over Chargers. 33, Broncos over the Falcons. 41, Colts over Bears. And then the last one that was held in Miami was 44, Saints over the Colts. So those are the ones that have been held in Miami, and then 54. This one.
54, huh?
Yep.
Wow, it's been 4 years since Peyton won his last one. Huh?
Yep.
So what else do you have, Willie?
I've got.
That was awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That was great.
Y'all sounded enthused.
I was.
Did you know
No, I did not.
that it costs $5 million for a 30-second ad in the Super Bowl?
Jeez.
Wow.
Is that even worth it?
Between 5 and 5.6.
Well, I'll tell you, your boy Trump and Bloomberg are going to be buying all the ads up.
They're
I'm
buying
sure
Bloomberg's
Tom's,
probably got like 70
I'm sure
ads.
Tom Steyer's going to throw in there at some
Oh,
point.
yeah,
Nobody else has the money to do that.
I got some prop bets here. You want to hear those?
Yes.
All right. Will they show the Golden Gate Bridge? Yes. Or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yes is a 2-to-1 odds. No is 1-to-3 odds.
They'll show it in like a.
It'll be in a picture or something.
No, I think it'll be like in a interview with Richard Sherman or something.
You think?
Like premiering.
Total times Mike Shanahan will be shown. The over is 1.5. You go over or under?
I'm all over.
I'd say over too, especially if they're the
Yeah.
Niners or
That'll probably. Does it have to be during the game or just on the broadcast?
It didn't say. It just says total times Mike Shanahan will be shown.
Because wouldn't you think
It's
they'd have
only
him on
one?
a pregame show?
Yeah, I mean, I would think he would be. They probably would interview him before the game, and then they're going to show him once or twice.
It's probably during the game.
You know, a touchdown for the Niners, they're going to show him. So if they score
Yeah.
2 touchdowns,
They'll show him. I'll tell you where they'll show. They'll show him in a box.
Oh yeah.
He'll be drinking water or coffee or Coke.
or a shot of
Now
Fireball.
apparently MC Hammer has a commercial in the Super Bowl. I don't know who it's for, but this one is: Will MC Hammer say Hammer time during his Cheetos commercial?
Yes.
It's a Cheetos commercial.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. He'll say stop hammer time, or he'll say stop Cheetos time.
All right. This is about the halftime show. Will Alex Rodriguez be shown during the halftime show?
No.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's 5-2 odds that he will.
No.
I mean, it's going to be dark, so they're going to have to find him.
Oh, you know they'll find him.
Unless he's like,
J-Lo's husband.
unless she brings him out on stage or something.
All right. Which food brand commercial will air first? Doritos, Snickers, Cheetos, or avocados from Mexico, or other?
Avocados from Mexico.
Think so? I think it's Doritos.
I'm going to go.
Doritos has even odds, 1-1.
I'm going to go Snickers.
The avocados is 6-1.
I didn't bring my matches. You see matches over there?
Don't give him any matches.
Now, this one's kind of dumb, I thought, but it was one of the top 10 prop bets right now. Will any player be arrested in Miami after the game?
After the game?
No. No.
7-1,
No.
yes.
No.
Will Ray Lewis be arrested
1 to-
after the game?
1 in 14 odds, no. Let's see. Who will they mention first on the TV broadcast? Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, or Steve Young?
Montana. Because he played for both teams.
And he played Miami twice.
Jerry Rice.
I think Steve Young, because it's the monkey off my back thing. You know, where he did that.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be Montana because he played for both teams.
And here's one I just put in here. This is a during
You
the
don't
game one.
count that as playing for the Chiefs, even though he played for the Chiefs.
He wore their uniform in
I
NFL
know, I
games.
know
That's
that.
playing.
That's, you don't count
You
that.
count that.
You don't
Well,
count
any
He
that.
other-
has statistics from the Chiefs.
That's
in
like
his record.
that's like Archie Manning playing for who was the last team he played for?
Who knows? He
Jets
played
or
for half the
somebody.
like
league.
the Houston Oilers. or something.
Vikings.
No, he played for the Oilers right after he played for the Saints, dude.
Didn't he play for the Titans too? I don't know. He played the league like 68
He
years.
did.
He played for the Argonauts.
The last one, this is a during the game one. Will any other player besides quarterback take a direct snap?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm going to say Tyreek Hill.
It's 1-2 odds, yes. 2-1 odds.
Does it say who or does it just say?
It just says any.
I'm going to say Tyreek Hill probably will take a shotgun snap in motion.
Now, there was a whole bunch of them that I didn't. I mean, that's just the ones I wrote down. But those are pretty good ones. Those were like some of the top 10 or something.
So does anybody know anything about who's going to be on any commercial?
No.
Except for MC Hammer and the Cheetos commercial. No.
I saw something. I remember hearing something else that somebody was supposed to be in a commercial, but I can't think of what it was.
I heard somebody on the radio, one of the Fox sports shows, saying that they're really excited about the commercials this year because they've heard there's going to be a whole bunch of good ones. I haven't heard any.
Because can you remember one commercial from last year?
No,
No.
they sucked last year.
Yeah, they were bad.
That's what I'm saying. That these millennials are
With
not
the Super
funny.
Bowl.
No.
Biggie?
You gotta pay for it. Oh, that's your ringer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Does she want to ask a question on the air? Do you think, or
Ask her.
is
Do you want to go on the air? Oh, okay. Well, let me call you back.
all right.
Houston, hello.
What's
she
wrong?
does- She does not want to go on the air, ladies and gentlemen.
She's our.
Oh, okay. I can delete it. Bye.
That is our social media.
That's our social media correspondent from Instagram. Hopefully, we haven't been kicked off Instagram. Every time she calls, we get a little nervous.
I was getting chastised for putting the picture out too soon.
Oh.
She wanted to put it out with the new podcast.
Oh.
Oh, see, we told you that.
Yeah. You didn't tell me that.
didn't.
Both y'all like, put it out there. And I'm like,
Hey, send that to me. I want it. I'm gonna put it on the website.
I got to delete it. I'm going to delete it right now.
You're deleting the post right now. Okay. Anyway, this is good.
It's gone.
Riveting
Good,
podcast.
good radio. So, how many times have you posted that picture on there?
That's that picture's
That's a
posted.
prop bet.
That's how
What's
many
the
times
over-under
has
on
that
that
been
one?
posted?
I will. I post that.
You
for-
need to show the people what the picture is. Just it's a picture of
Young,
Chris
that
playing.
doesn't- you can't see it on there.
It's a picture of Chris playing at UT. He was a punter,
You can't
and his
see it.
grandparents were there
You gotta
with
stick
him.
it up very close.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
There's young Russ.
Young Rice. He's also. Are you still at Gus's Good Time Deli on the wall?
I am.
Nice.
Yes, I am.
Picture of
Nice.
Russ. Anyways, anything else about the Super Bowl that who's
Oh.
calling it? Fox.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, which I don't. I like Aikman.
I like Aikman.
Troy Buck, I mean, not Troy, Joe Buck.
Troy.
He's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
And he's a St.
What's
Louis
up with
Cardinal.
his hair? Is that like real?
No.
That
That's
can't be
I've
real.
read his biography about that.
Yeah.
He is very, very sensitive
very sensitive about his hair.
Really?
He's done hair plugs,
Really?
and it's
That doesn't
'cause he
shock
doesn't- he's if he doesn't have the hair plugs, he's bald headed.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, his dad was kind of bald.
His dad, nobody cared what his dad's hair looked like because his dad was cool.
Yeah,
unlike
his dad was cool.
unlike Junior.
Except he played. I mean, he called Cardinals games. But,
Well, who cares? So did Eric Carey.
yeah, but he also did World Series and stuff.
Yeah, he was an awesome person
Yeah, he
to listen
was.
to. When I worked in radio, I had to do the games in Des Moines at the board, where I just had to sit and listen. And it was him and Mike Shannon. That's good baseball.
Yeah.
Even though I hate the Cardinals.
Yeah, I agree.
Why? Why do you hate the Cardinals?
Because you like them.
Because they win.
No.
No, they don't win. They're still complaining about the World Series they lost to Kansas City back in the day.
That was real.
Because the Kansas City runner was out. I don't remember what.
And the tarp came out and hurt. I forget his name now.
Come on, just
Not
shut
Vince
up.
Young.
Shut up.
Yeah,
He's,
Honor Landry.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a big Joe Buck fan, but you know, so be
But
it.
Aikman does it. But they,
You'll have Aaron Andrews and Chris Myers on
Yeah.
both sidelines, which I like both of them.
yeah.
All right,
Aaron
we know,
is,
we know you like Chris Myers. You don't
Thank
have
you.
crazy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aaron's gotten. She's not aged as well as I thought she would.
Who cares?
I think
What
yeah,
difference does that
she's-
make?
She looks fine. She's good.
She's a sideline reporter. You go do sideline reporting in Green Bay and see how you age.
Yeah, Willie.
That's
I'm
stupid.
not saying I aged good.
Ridiculous.
No, I mean, you don't
Willie.
say stuff like that. I mean, she's out there in the
She's
middle.
trying, Willie.
She's trying. She gives us the information we need.
I swear to
She's
God,
out there to
Willie.
be a
Of
looker.
course, Chris Myers hadn't aged at all. He looked great.
He does.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Are you reading your watch?
Yeah, it's something. Jerry Stackhouse is making a comment about Kobe. I'm sick of the comments about it. We all love him. All right, go ahead. You know,
So I'm going to take Kansas City, since I didn't get to pick in the first segment.
What's your prediction? Besides,
you need another water?
I got a
Some
water
more
right there.
A little smoke.
No. My prediction, I'm going to go 24-21 Kansas City.
Wow, by 3. I'm going San Francisco by 6. I'm going to go 30.
You're just saying that's an emotional pick because
It is
you
emotional.
hate Kansas
No,
City.
it's
Yes,
emotional.
it
It's
is.
not.
You think really Jimmy G is going to win the game?
No.
Yes, I do.
Come
No,
on.
please.
Good grief.
That's worse than wearing Leaf stuff to the Predators.
I love wearing the Leaf stuff. And when we walked in there and hearing "Go Leafs Go" in Bridgestone,
That's right. There was nothing better than
That
nothing
was
finer.
so
we've got a lot to
stupid.
talk about Bridgestone
Yeah.
and hockey in general. But
Yeah.
You could hear the coach coaching last night. It was so quiet.
yeah,
Mhm.
we did.
It kind of filled up there right when the game started.
You know,
Yeah.
But 5 minutes before the game, it's like, wow.
we were thinking about sneaking up to the glass.
Yeah.
Y'all probably couldn't hear him because I was directly across from him. So I
The
could hear him
Preds, the
yelling.
Preds coach.
Yeah, both coaches. That's how quiet it was.
Yeah. Well, it was a fun time. I tell you, I ate some Hunt Brothers pizza. It's really good. The sauce on that pizza is what makes
It's
that.
good. It's good pizza.
That's pizza
My brothers
special.
produce
Yeah.
a pizza.
I mean, it doesn't sound a bit Italian, but
No,
I tell you, they make good pizza over there. at
Hunt's an
Brothers.
old Italian family name.
good job.
Like the ketchup. You think they had something to do with the ketchup?
Good job, Big B Hunt.
Yeah, they're from over there in Napoli, I'm sure.
Naples.
They're
we
actually
like to.
from West Nashville.
What's next? Well, I mean, it looks
West
a lot. Like, it looks a lot like Naples.
Yeah, that's true.
We'd like to thank all our listeners for listening to us, and if you have any comments, none of you ever have, but if you have any comments on stuff you'd like us to discuss, or if you have any problems with the stuff that we talk about, feel free to go to where?
You can do that on our website at
highonsports.org.
Yep.
Yes.
At the bottom of the homepage, there's a contact us. Just fill that out and send. It'll send us an email, and it'll go. So
That hair came off.
we're.
Like, where's that from?
You can see all of Swamp Stadium series.
Yes.
You can go to our YouTube channel as well, and search YouTube for Swamp Stadium series. It'll take you to our channel. Then you can subscribe to our channel from there.
And all the Notre Dame kids, if you can go on the Swamp Stadium series. If you get lost, there's pointers, because we went there.
That's the first one, and that's the inaugural.
Did you ever go to South Bend?
No, I take
to a
that back.
game when it was the old stadium.
No, I went there. I didn't go to a game, but I went there when it was the old stadium and tried to crawl under the fence.
Yeah.
That was back in my.
The only time I went.
That was
was
back in
the
my
old
day.
Yeah, you and Rudy. You and Rudy. The best part about my buddy that went up there, he's like, they go out to I think there's a bar up there called Linebackers or something like that. They go in there and Rudy be sitting at the bar.
Well, there's
Rudy,
one.
Rudy. Especially because that was right when the movie, right?
Yeah.
They were filming the movie right when the movie came out. I'm Rudy Rudiger.
It's like, who cares?
They're like, Rudy who? They're like, oh, Rudy.
The
oh,
funny
Rudy.
part is every time, like you hear Dan Patrick always gets Joe Montana at Super Bowl time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, none of that happened. 'Cause he was on that team.
Yeah, he's like, none of that. Yeah. We didn't walk in there.
We didn't hand our jerseys to the coach.
No.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
you
They
do
did
that.
carry him off the
You
field.
do
did.
that, you would have got.
And he
your
did make
ass
a tackle.
kicked, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie, like, Invincible?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good little movie.
With
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but they kind of exaggerate the ending scene there where the punt, he blocks it. No, the guy fumbles it
Mhm.
and picks it up. They make it seem like he fumbled it from, like, the 50-yard line. He fumbled it, like, on the 5 and just bounced right. He just went into the end. That would still be cool to do that in your
Oh, yeah.
hometown. But it's just funny how movies exaggerate stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Just a
For
little
some
bit.
reason, I've never had a desire to watch that movie.
It's a pretty good
Oh, it
movie.
really is good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Really good. Vince Papale.
Vince Papale
Yeah.
and Mark Wahlberg plays him. Does a pretty good job.
Really good job. It's a
Wahlberg's not a
Disney
bad
movie.
athlete.
No,
for an actor.
he's a great actor. I like him. He's
Yeah.
a good
I do
actor.
too.
And the girl's
It's a
name,
decent
what
actor.
was her name? The girl in the
Oh, man, I can't remember.
blonde-headed girl.
The,
What is her name?
I can't remember.
I'll look it up.
Ted is my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie.
Yeah, Ted.
For you guys on the podcast, on watching the video or anything, get on our website and tell us who the actress was.
What's her name?
Invincible. But it was a good movie. I recommend it.
Bridget Fonda.
No.
Sigourney Weaver.
I'm looking it up right now. I think it was close to Sigourney Weaver.
It was not.
Diane
I can't re- I mean,
Diane
Feinstein.
Keaton.
Any other time
Who?
I would remember her
Diane
name,
Keaton.
but I can't remember her name. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Judy Garland.
Elizabeth Taylor. That's it.
Elizabeth
The original-
Banks. That's it.
Elizabeth
you go.
Banks. There you go. See, that's
I
how,
knew it.
see, that's what you do.
You just role play and
You talking out.
talking
and
out and
also,
boom. Elizabeth Banks.
Because the answer is already in the universe. You just got to bring it down.
That's right.
You got to bring it down by vocalization. So that's what you get here at Highland Sports.
It's quality.
All right, so we should probably take another break here.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tobacco break.
Yes.
So we'll come back and
Yes.
talk about the fiasco that was last night.
And then we'll come back and talk a little bit about something we forgot to talk about.
Your Eastern Conference champion.
Shut up.
Right on.
Nobody cares about
Something
it.
we forgot to talk about last week that we should touch on briefly is the Nashville Soccer Club's uniforms.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the kits are very important.
That'll be
You gotta have a good kid.
free for all.
Yeah.
Our next segment.
All right, so
Free for all on hockey.
thank you for listening. We'll be back here on High on Sports.
Hey, nice. Who is this?
Me?
I know that. They're all you.
Oh. Bone Crosby.
Bone. Why is nobody's mic working?
Because I'm not recording yet. Check 1, 2.
Hello.
All right,
Oh, there we go.
everybody there.
Everybody did.
My best memory of Jay Graham is when we went to the Citrus Bowl and played Ohio State
Oh,
against.
yeah. He had some great runs.
Against.
And why are we talking about Jay Graham?
I like Jay Graham.
Are we back on yet?
We are back on. Why are you talking about Jay Graham?
Come on, Willie. You got to lead in.
Breaking news.
Breaking news only two of you care about.
We
But
need,
go ahead.
we need to sound. That's our new. We need to record that news sounder thing.
Wow, just got it. We just got it.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
VFL Jay Graham has agreed to become Tennessee's running back coach. Nice.
Why is that nice? Just
Because he's a good coach and he's a VFL. He's a ball for life. and he's a really good coach. So, but no, that was what I was saying. Is my favorite Jay Graham game that I witnessed was the Citrus Bowl. I think in '90 or '91.
You were there?
I was there. We played Ohio State, and what's his name?
Eddie George.
Yeah, I know.
That wasn't in 90 or 91.
Was it not?
No, he played with Peyton. He played with Peyton. So it was like 95.
Okay,
96.
it was '95. You're right.
Yeah, 95, 96.
Anyway, he outshined Eddie George that game.
Yeah.
And we were, you know how they did the Eddie cheer at the Titans Stadium?
Yeah.
Eddie. We were doing that to make fun of him. And
Wasn't it because Tennessee had longer cleats?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what Ohio State said. But
Exactly. That's all they do is cry.
Yeah, it sounds like St. Louis Cardinal fans.
my favorite, my favorite Jay Graham moment was, I think it was the 1995 game in Birmingham. I think we went up maybe 14-21 to nothing.
Yeah. It was 21 though.
Yeah, and Bama comes down and scores a touchdown.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I know exactly what you're talking
And Jay Graham comes out. I don't know if it was between 60 and 80-yard touchdown run, like second play.
Was this against UAB?
No, it was against Alabama Crimson Tide in Birmingham.
UAB?
Uab.
It was still in the old Legion Field days.
That was my favorite. I think that's my favorite Jay Graham moment because he just he just took that momentum right back from him.
Yeah.
Because they marched down the field on us pretty good and put a touchdown in, and he just came back out. I think it was like 2 plays, and he was gone. That was the end of that game. It ended up being 41-14.
Did you see on Twitter? I retweeted it. Mose Phillips put a picture out of it was him. This is the running backs room back then, and I'm missing a couple of guys.
I think I did see that.
There's Mose Phillips, who was pretty good. He's from Nashville. There was Charlie Brown, Aaron Hayden, Little Man Stewart, and I want to say 44 wasn't he Chuck Webb?
No, Chuck Webb wasn't there.
I didn't think so, but there was 44 in the picture. I
No,
don't know
it's
who that
Jamal
was.
Lewis. No,
Jamal Lewis was.
Jamal Lewis was a freshman.
That was later. Home kit looks like.
It is.
Hello, we're back on video.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can hold this up now. Y'all talk.
All right, it's a kit. It's Nashville. There you go. It's highly yellow.
We can see your social security number.
Cool. Awesome.
But it's.
I kind of like it.
You know, it's based off. Looks sort of Liverpoolish.
It does.
It's simple, like the Liverpool.
Isn't there Renaissance Bank? Isn't that their kid
Renaissance
sponsor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Renaissance.
it looks sort of simple like a Liverpool without the lines this year.
Here's a description of it. The Nashville SC 2021 home football shirt introduces a very clean and simple design based on the template Adidas has been using for some time now. So it is very clean. There's not a lot to it.
And that's what I like.
It's definitely Adidas. It's got the 3 stripes on top. I like it. It's
I like the plain.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. It'll be interesting to see what the road ones are like. They can go crazy on the road here.
Yeah, they can. Or maybe even a third alternate kit. But have you seen the new ads, like the billboards?
No.
You know, they got their logos that in with the lines around it.
Cool logo. I like
And it says, "Are you in?" That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's like asking the question, "Are you?" And then
Right.
it's got the logo thing in, and it's got a player behind it. It's pretty neat. It's a pretty cool ad. You got to see the billboard.
I'm in. I'm going to the opener.
I'm not.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to the opener, but I'll go to a game.
Yeah, I'll go to some. I'm going to be out of town for the opener, which is kind of disappointing.
What sucks is you don't hear anything about their new stadium getting built.
No.
It's in.
That's kinda
it's
scary.
embroiled in all kinds of BS right
Controversy,
now.
I know.
Yeah, it's all kinds of. We were talking about that. I was talking about that somebody the other day.
I don't really have
Metro violated a couple. There's some things that they violated.
I don't have a problem with that though, because how are you going to get in and out of that place?
I don't know.
Well, they were going
And there's always going to be tickets available at Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I mean, the Nissan's saying why they play for a little while, but I think they ought to just suck it up
Put it down.
and look over on the other side of Nissan Stadium, not where the
Steiner Lift.
Not where Steiner Lift is, but the other side.
Yeah.
And there's that truck stop and a couple of
Yeah.
scrappy places down
Absolutely.
that street right there. It would fit
Cowan
perfect right
Street.
there on the other side of the bridge.
They're putting everything over there. I mean,
They got plenty of parking. It'd be close to Top Golf, not really close, but within 2 or 3 blocks of Top Golf right there. And they're also developing some new hotels and stuff in that area. So
That whole street,
yeah,
Cowan Street's going all the way to the bridge. The interstate's going to be
yeah.
apartments and condos and offices.
So they've got plenty of land in that area that keeps it downtown.
Yeah.
And I think that would be better.
keeps everything
I
close.
think in tough times they would have a tough time bringing people over to the fairgrounds because there's nothing else to do over at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
You'd have to still drive even from downtown. If you're already downtown, if you suck, people are still going to go to do something downtown and go to the soccer game.
I agree with that. But I think their
Kind
whole,
of like the hockey field right
I
now.
think their whole plan was those to build that. Once they built that stadium over there, that they were going to build all that area up
Right. Yeah.
to where people would stay in that area.
Yeah. But you would only be going there just for that.
I agree.
Where downtown, if you want to go,
You
if
still
the
have to
games
Uber
at,
over to go.
yeah, and if the games at, especially the tourists too, but if the games at
Yeah,
3
tourists won't
o'clock,
know how to get there.
yeah, 3 or 4 o'clock, and then you want to stay downtown and go listen to some music, then you're already there, so
Yeah.
that makes more sense to have it down there.
Oh, I agree.
versus-
I would 100% rather have it downtown.
yeah, and plus the infrastructure's already there downtown.
But it's a cool looking stadium if wherever they build it.
Yeah.
That's what
And it's going to be the biggest MLS stadium once it's built, which is surprising, but yeah.
35,000 seats.
It's going to be. It'll look a lot better in Columbus. Columbus just looks like a high school stadium converted to
I haven't
to
seen
a.
it.
And Louisville, they've already built their stadium just in case they get an MLS franchise.
Really?
Right downtown, yeah.
Well,
right
Cincinnati
by the
got-
river.
Is it Papa
Cincinnati
John's
got
Stadium?
Didn't Cincinnati get the latest one?
I think so.
Yeah, and they're playing at University of Cincinnati, so I don't know. I don't know if they're building a new one or not.
They are.
I like their jerseys too. They got a good sort of weird colors, sort of like this one, but.
They're going to be. I think they're trying to make Nashville and Cincinnati a rival.
Well, I would think Cincinnati and Columbus would be a rival. But
Well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
I mean-
Nashville and Atlanta need to be a rival.
Yeah, but we need to get a lot better. I mean, Atlanta's pretty good.
Atlanta won the
Well, as long as they have Brad Guzan, I like our chances.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly, man. That guy.
And for those of you who don't watch soccer, you have no clue.
No, you're like,
Yeah,
what?
Sorry, that's
What do
our
you mean by
soccer.
kit?
They're
A starter kit? What are you doing with that?
the other thing about the fairgrounds is that there's large rumors that a NASCAR race is going to come there. So I think they want all the soccer stuff. That's going to be just another little athletic area, I guess. They want the NASCAR to move there, in which there's no reason why NASCAR shouldn't move there now. 'Cause-
I think NASCAR is going to have to come back to the South a little more because they're not doing very well.
That would be cool. At that short track.
It would be.
That's called the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for those that are listening in other countries and states.
It used to be a NASCAR staple.
Yeah, it was. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's
Good
time to
cut.
relax. It's free for all. It's the free for all
Willie's
segment.
stepping back.
That's right.
So, anyways, the Nashville SC game is when? February what?
29th.
I'll be in New Orleans that weekend.
On the extra day of the year.
Yeah. Friends of mine are getting married that day. I was like, dude, that's pretty good. You don't have to celebrate your anniversary every 4 years.
That's smart.
She's like, shut up.
That's a good, fair point, though.
Yeah,
It is a fair point. Like, what do you mean? It's not our anniversary.
So their
We're married
first
on the
anniversary is going to be in 4 years.
So when she says you forgot, it's like,
No, it's not the 29th.
I'm sorry, it's March
Oh, wow.
1st. I don't think we got married on March 1st.
Yeah, we're the 28th.
Yeah, so,
Good for him. Good call.
That's a good
I think
call.
I have to. I might have to ask one of them. I think it was her call more so. It might have been his, but I'm not sure.
Wow.
One of those.
I know guys'
That's one.
birthday's on the 29th.
He's like 6.
Yeah. He's like 18.
He's really 50,
He's
but
an
he's
older
only
guy.
6.
That's gotta suck. You don't get gifts that much.
Yeah, he
No,
gifts
they
every 4
celebrated
years.
on the 20th.
I forgot
if I
your
got-
birthday. No, I didn't really.
But if I got gifts every 4 years, though, they ought to be very good gifts.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
right.
really, I mean, yeah, you save up for 4 years, you know it's coming.
Sort of like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something special.
My birthday in the
Who's
Olympics.
getting fired up about Tokyo? I know I am.
Yeah. I can't wait for women's soccer.
I mean, I am all in.
I watch it.
You
I
will
always
be.
do.
You'd be
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
"God, did you see that track? You see
shot
that race?"
put. I mean, that shot put changed my life. Where's the hammer throw? They still got the hammer throw?
Yeah.
Throw
Yeah.
the hammer?
They're gonna have rock climbing this year, surfing.
See, that's all that millennial bullshit.
How are they gonna? What if they don't have any waves? They can't be tough.
What about
to do
jet
surfing.
skis?
They
They
gotta do
got
it
jet
like a
skis.
wave.
Or if they get a tsunami, that's gonna make it really.
Look,
Oh,
Billy's
so
riding. Not only is he riding a wave, but he's riding all the way to Tokyo.
Yeah, he is setting a world record, ladies and gentlemen. The crowd is going. Well, no, there's no more crowd. They're going
We're just guys
crazy.
from
He
the
wins
helicopter.
gold by default.
If you are in Tokyo, go ahead and get near Third Avenue. You might have a good view of it. The Olympics is coming your way.
He's on the way to China now. That's
Oh,
cool.
Man, the Olympics.
That'll be fun.
I like the Winter Olympics better. I'm a Winter Olympics guy.
It's weird though that the Olympics used to be such a. I don't know if that's in y'all's house. I'm sure it wasn't your house because your mom's a track legend. But the Olympics was a big deal back in the day.
It was.
I mean,
It was a lot bigger now.
I guess because there just wasn't a lot on TV sports wise.
Well, that's what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you can watch anything now, and
Yep.
you know, you look forward every 4 years. You're like, wow, here come the Olympics. This will be awesome. And
Plus, we
You know,
hated the Russians. We had
we
the
hated the
whole
we had
Yeah.
the, you know, beat the Russians and the track. You know, the track athletes you don't get to see all the time, so they come out and run, and then they're big celebrities. They're on, you know, and then you know what happens to some of them.
When's the next World Cup?
Well,
It's in Qatar. Qatar, I know that.
Qatar.
the World Cup is in between the Olympics, so it's 2 years.
2 more years.
2022.
Oh, Iceland's whooping tail. They're gonna get back in it.
Yeah,
How about that?
they're not.
Yeah, they will. That's my team. I've got an Iceland kit.
I like their jerseys.
So does Keaton now.
Their kit.
Have you ever worn that kit?
No,
I'd like to go to Iceland. That would be fun.
Keaton has. I've got 2 of them.
No. Would you get home and away?
No, I got 2 home, I mean 2 aways. I got 2 away kits.
Not that home is very big.
Yeah. I wonder where they play in Iceland. Do they have like a nice
They do.
domed stadium there?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's domed or if it's just like,
Um,
welcome to Iceland.
No, it has to be domed or else it'd be all steamy.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney, where is he?
Wait a minute.
no, but I mean that's what's cool. I'm about to buy another one, but I don't have more in mind.
Doesn't it say K and I on it or something?
Yeah.
And what's the K stand for?
It's Iceland. It's the Iceland language.
Yeah. That's how you say Iceland in Iceland.
No, Iceland's the I part. It's the K. I don't know.
Okay.
It's-
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it stands for. But
Celtic.
no,
Do y'all remember who won the last World Cup?
Belgium.
Do you remember who won the last World Cup?
Belgium.
It was Francais.
Yeah, I know.
France.
They played Belgium. I couldn't remember who they.
I was Belgium. I was wanting Belgium to win that game so bad.
Yeah, y'all still owe me money for that
Let me go.
because England went farther than y'all's team.
Nah.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
We had a, I don't even remember.
Fans go back and
I
listen
don't
to
even
like
remember what
episode.
it was, but we had a
18 or
specific.
19.
It had something specific had to happen, and it didn't.
No,
happen,
it was
so.
not.
I'm with
That's-
you, Knight.
Just
He's-
shut up,
he's
boy.
full of
That's-
it.
Come on, there's no. Are you hurting for money? Do you need a
Yeah,
loan?
need $20.
I tell you what, I'm excited
Somebody
about.
give me a dollar bet.
I'm excited about the new Formula One season coming up because they got 2 new tracks coming.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be in Amsterdam.
Nice.
Or,
You're gonna go to
not in
that?
Amsterdam. They're going to be in Holland, or whatever they call it now. They're not calling it Holland anymore.
Really?
No, they changed it to.
It's identifying as some other country.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, I'm
Yeah.
serious. It's not Amsterdam. It's what is Netherlands. It's going to be only the Netherlands now. It's not Holland.
Oh, okay.
Things you only hear here on Island Sports, but there's a track there that's right on the ocean or whatever that they're going to race at, and then Formula One is also going to be in Vietnam. So that'll be
Wow.
That'll be awesome. The little VC action. on there.
Hanoi or
No, they're going to have it out in the bush. They're going to be bungee sticks and Huey's flying over, and
Charlie.
Charlie, and rice patties.
Sorry for you guys that don't have any flashbacks on it.
Sorry for our fans in Louisville. Vietnam.
They have a big Vietnamese
What?
population.
But Louisville is a very large Vietnam.
We have a large
Because a
Laotian
lot
population.
of the
we got
when they
Kurdish and Laotians.
there's a lot of Laotians in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, it's
But-
about 24.
But when they brought the Vietnamese over after the Vietnam War,
that's where we took them.
they took them to Louisville.
Huh.
Of all
Did not know
places.
that.
Yeah, it was-
See what you learn, folks, on this show.
It's quality.
It is.
And then
Very
also, what I'm excited about is there's going to be a Swamp Stadium series coming from the Canadian Grand Prix. So that,
Weed in Montreal.
yeah, that's going to be
You gonna speak French?
that's that's going to be
It's we.
oui. Bonjour, ça va? You know what ça va is? Ça va. Ça va.
How you
Is it a
doing?
liquor?
How's it going? Ça va. Elle is, I think, girl. But yeah, we're going to do a little. It's going to be a little longer because we're going to throw a little Quebec City in there.
Nice.
All us Nordic
Nice.
fans.
Nordique fans.
Nordiques, yeah.
Nice. I like the Nordiques. The best, one of the best kits ever made.
Ever.
So
That's awesome.
we'll do.
I'm having to slam some cough drops.
But anything else on the free for all?
Well, we didn't get into the last night's event.
That's right. We didn't get into the hockey. Well, I'll start it off since my team was victorious, but the Leafs won starting the second half of the season 5-2.
We don't count the last goal. It was an open netter.
It wasn't open there, but it still counts on the scoreboard. But
It shouldn't.
Funny thing about last night was Willie and I were walking over the bridge, and we didn't get robbed. But
that was the most surprising.
Did you get hit by a scooter?
Some of them.
They fly
on
on that.
one.
I didn't see
They
too
fly
many
on the bridge with
It
those
was
scooters.
cold.
That's crazy.
Millennials go in when it's cold. I noticed that we were walking this old couple, or older than us couple, very nice couples.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can y'all tell us what we need to do with our hockey team? They asked us because we had Leaf sweaters on, and
Like y'all know.
Then they knew that we knew hockey. They're
right.
like, "Can y'all tell us?" And so we told. What did we tell them?
Told them that goaltending was our biggest problem.
Yeah.
And team speed was probably our next biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
And defense. That was probably the three main topics we talked about.
So the three things you shouldn't be bad at:
Exactly.
goalie, speed, and defense.
And
we are.
the gentleman that we were talking to said that Trotz, he was the one that or was it Trotz or was he talking about Lobby?
He liked Lobby.
Okay. So he was, why did they fire our coach?
Yeah.
Right now, it's like I don't know why they fired him.
Yeah.
This other guy doesn't seem to be doing anything.
The other guy got fired from New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
mean,
gotta say.
I've
It's
never.
like getting fired from Rutgers. You don't hire that guy.
But he did take them to the playoffs 2 years ago.
Well,
And they
Lavalette
shouldn't
took us
have.
to the Stanley Cup.
I know, but I mean, it was a team that shouldn't have been in the
Took
playoffs.
Russ to the Stanley Cup.
That's true.
But I don't know.
Well, I mean, it was obvious last night. Well, it's obvious what those three things are what stand out the most in that game last night. And the other thing is effort. I don't know if it's they don't know what they're doing, they're not reacting, but they don't look fast at all. None of them. Not even Forsberg, not Arvidsson, not the small guys, Rinaldi. I mean, none of them look like they did last year at all.
I agree.
So why is that?
I don't know. And the defense is.
You've been listening to High on Sports. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A new episode is right around the corner. Have fun, everybody.